So let's focus on these small details. Let's see. Very good. I'm gonna watch from the... I already know where you brake. The app doesn't perfectly show the braking, but okay, 20%. You could... What you can do is you could floor the car, use the brakes to pivot the car, and also slow you down a little bit, but you gotta enter early. You know, it's almost like you toss the car using so much brakes, shifting the weight to the front. I'm gonna watch now. I already know where you brake, so I'm gonna watch from the game because I really want to see your angle and everything. Very good. See, now you can... Long ago you used to give up. You make this... you reach the edge of the angle kit, like that was on the limit there when you pass the 2 cones, and like you used to give up before. You think you spin out. Now you're way more confident. You know you're not gonna spin out. You take control.
Yes.
Let's see. I like the big flick. I like that. Very confident. Careful now. Go tight and pivot the car in 3, 2, 1. Too early on the brakes. Too early. That was too early. I get what you were trying. Yeah, too early. I want you to just like slam on the brakes and just pivot the car out right before you reach the guardrail. Because like the car will still keep sliding out. Yeah, you're uphill. And you know, the gravity is with you, slowing you down. But you need to keep in consideration other things. That the car is still in drift. It's still going to push out. But we're going to change that trajectory. We're going to curve it more. So far, working on all these sections here has paid off. So now it's like the third gear layout. We're gonna work on that last whatever section is a problem. We're gonna completely tunnel vision on it and focus on that. Because like this one here, you mastered it. The beginning, the bridge, it's all super easy for you. Easy, boom. You know exactly how to toss it, big to big. Now be ready after the cone. 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Don't worry. What matters is that now you know the timing. You know the timing. Yeah, now it's all the... Look, you gotta find... Remember what we spoke about the donut. You have 2 major important details. Timing and input. Once you know the timing, and then you work on the second factor, which is the input. How much, what percentage, what range, what base... And then you have it all solved out. The puzzle is these 2 factors. Timing and inputs. Easy. Now this one you just completely mastered it. The cone and 3, 2, 1. Gas, 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 gas. You see how it shallowed up on you? You could completely floor it. Don't forget that. Don't forget that, Dreiwis. You turn the wheel.
Might too slow a little bit.
This was perfect entry, bro. Perfect entry there on the wall. You turn. So turn the wheel to the left to tell the car we gotta go left because it's gonna start to straighten up on you, and floor the car so you can push the back out with whatever grip loss you can afford there to squeeze in. Let's go again. Now you're clicking the timing, you see? Work the timing out, we're gonna solve the inputs. The inputs is easy. Let's get the timing first, then rest is gonna be... Well, that was super close. Very good. And once we beat this, because we shall very soon. Like there's only one zone left for you. There's nothing else. The cone and 3, 2, 1. Gas, 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 gas. And you steer left gently with the gas. See?
Yeah, I did
simple. What it took you? 2 tries, 2 failures it took you. And the third one, you knew already. Here, you should have anticipated the straighten out. Yes, great decision. You slowed down. You saw, oh crap, I'm next to the guardrail. I'm gonna tap. Good decision. but then anticipate that when you grip up, no, you were fine. When you lowered in, good call. You didn't tap the guardrail there, but the car gripped up and started to straighten you out. You need to anticipate this straightening out and go on the brakes and then recover the car so it doesn't screw your angle. You want the car to not mess with your angle. So you're gonna use the brakes to prevent the car from straightening you out. Good. Watch the cone. 3, 2, 1. Gas, gas, gas. Left. Don't worry.
Oh.
You're gonna solve it. That was this time you see you're pushing more. That's what I want. You find what's too much. Find what's too less. Find what's too fast. Find what's too slow. Pass these two factors. Easy. This time you push way. This time you build more confidence and you push harder. And that's what happens. You find the next limit. That's what you need. That's not a mistake. That's part of the learning. You're figuring it out. So, let me get the mic here. Watch the cone. It's gonna give you the timing. There you go. 2, 1.
I brake too low, I think.
No.
Like I need to slow down.
No. I'll tell you. I know you're digging for the problem where it's coming from. I want you now is gonna start straightening out. Aha. Good. See, we're solving the problems. There you go. Now, more steering. Try more steering, Julius. Ah, I see what you did there. Nice. See, now you can have fun time. Once you've like gained so much knowledge and like you're putting it to practice. You see, you start to be self-conscious about everything. You know, okay, I've pushed too deep here and this, that, and you knew the solution. You knew you had to cut off completely and so on and get back. You knew all this. Oh, that was on the millimeter.
I prefer to hit.
Now, more steering. 3, 2, 1. But that was bad call for me. I pulled you here. That's on me. I screwed you over. I was thinking about something else. Like you were a millimeter of the goddamn wall there. Like how you push it with such confidence. Like you've learned this wall like inside out there.
Like I used to, like in all my practice, like I brake early. For that reason, I not like my timing is completely off. That need to find like a different grip and something like that.
But you adapt. Don't look at this as negative. Look for the positive.
No, yes, that's for sure.
Always look for the positive. Oh, that was close as hell.
Oh, I getting straightened out. Oh, fuck.
That's simply because you got distracted. You were thinking about the stuff. I can almost 90% of the time pinpoint the problems. 3, 2, 1. Steer, there you go. And this time the tap was smaller, a little bit.
Yes.
So now we're getting closer to getting the car to pivot that sharp, that big turn. And look, you can pass with massive angle, but then you have to do a very small modulation so that when you transition, you're gonna end up with a very small angle because you cannot transition into another big angle because you have a long distance to pass on that bridge there. Yes. So there's a lot of ways. You could pass like the normal way the first time that you did, and you're doing the whole track without a problem. I just want you to go through tons of situations. So now we're jumping in the ocean. Learn this, learn that, learn this, learn that. Try this, try that. Like, you know how to survive and how to navigate. The cone. 3, 2, 1.
I feel very far from wall.
No, you were exactly on the wall. I'm gonna check from your stream how it looks like. Careful. It breaks a little bit.
Oh.
You could have used the brakes. Yeah, that's fine. Let me check from your stream how it looks. So I can see the actual braking because the app doesn't show it. So I'm gonna watch a little bit from here. You find a visual cue. It's with any track like this, Julius. You find one visual cue, something that can give you information, give you any sort of advantage, knowledge. You find, let's say, you find
Yeah.
this light pole here next to the guardrail, and you use it as a timer. Anything that can give you.
Ooh.
Now
Yeah,
I
I
need
have like and every transition like I have some vision cue. Like here
exactly.
I start to put in these signs like, oh, I
Yeah,
fucked
the
up.
yellow sign exactly. That's what I
Yes.
wanted. That's what I wanted to explain, and that's why I slowly teach you guys to be independent. I don't want you to be like my client forever, whatever. I want you to learn everything, how it works, why it works, and how to look for all kinds of things. Because if somebody doesn't teach you these things and you start going real life to tracks and things, you immediately start looking for cues to know how to initiate a certain way, whatever. So I believe that people that don't teach you how to become an independent drifter in the long term, in the future, they're almost like contributing to you crashing in real life because there's information that was gatekept from you and withhold. At least this is my stance on it. There's no reason for gatekeeping. I'm gonna check how these looks. I wanted to look a little bit on your braking from the stream, just so I know it's like, the actual information. You can steer a little bit left. Don't worry, you could actually pass here with a big angle, still flooring the car and steering to the left. But I don't want to push you to super ballsy things at the moment. I really like how you can keep the same line, the same stuff. This is great, bro. Just slowly, slowly but surely. Once you master the entire track, then I can like get you to push more harder. This makes sense.
Yes. Ooh, I fucked up.
Anytime the
Yes.
car straightens out, I don't see you using the brakes, bro. I want you to stabilize the car. If the car's gonna snap you, use a little bit of the brakes to slow the snap down. Remember what we talked about the reverse entry? Like you send the car in reverse, then the car wants to come back. But like if you send too big angle, the car is gonna snap back super fast. So what you do when you use the brakes, if you're on the clutch and you use the brakes, is gonna instead of like the snap, is gonna slow it down. It's gonna come very gently. And of course, as long as you have momentum left, inertia, you just off the clutch, you go on the gas, and you get the car kick started. But don't let the car snap
Yeah,
you.
but like
Same logic.
I feel when I like let me explain. When I tap brakes very fast, like very low, very fast, like here I go pushed way wider. Like
Yes, but I'm talking you're not gonna tap them, you're gonna gently press like 2-3% when the car, like when you see you made an adjustment or a transition and like you're losing a little bit of you're getting a little bit of grip and the car will straighten out, you lost speed, you can always counter that. Okay, brakes and turn. You see how wider you go when you shift the weight to the front and the back is just like fishtail. It's literally you. What I'm trying to get you to do is literally you brake early, and when you shift the weight, it's gonna give you some momentum initially, and you're gonna fishtail the car exactly through that big angle section there. If that makes sense.
yes,
That's what I'm trying to do. Like you're gonna enter with a massive angle, you're gonna fishtail the car through that section, and then you just continue on your journey. So let me go back from the game.
Oh,
Turn more. You wanna try until you get the desired effect, desired end result, and that's how you turn. I mean, look, it's almost like the dive loop. Remember how you force the car into that massive thing, but we're not gonna force a 90-degree entry. We're just gonna progressively force a very big angle so that we can curve the trajectory, and we're gonna pass through that section there.
okay.
I see you starting to think too much about it, and then you started to drive off certain places. Okay. I think we'll give it like a few tries, and I think you need a break because it's you're gonna get brain fog. Look at the cone. Okay, 3, 2, 1. There you go. A little tap. Next time, a little bit more. You. What I mean by a little bit more, we're gonna build the angle a little bit faster, and because if you build the angle a little bit faster, you're gonna change the trajectory way faster, and you will avoid the wall there. Does that make sense? So you didn't need to ride that section there of the wall. You don't really need to ride it because you need to prepare for the next section. So you want to change that trajectory, curve it, widen it there, so that you turn way sharper, way earlier. So we're gonna build the angle way faster. You're starting to understand what we're looking for now. That's the goal. You see, with every attempt, you had crashes. Now you had big taps. Now it's like smaller tap, then a scrub, and eventually it's not gonna be nothing. And 2, 1. That was a little bit late. The back was stepping up, so we gotta. So my timing was off. I'm gonna give you to you early, but when I say 1, you were not really ready. It's like there was another second that passed by, and then you went a little bit late on the brakes.
Need to some tries to understand completely,
Yes,
I think.
these are some of the things that you need practice and experience to learn. Okay, now focus. Follow the white line. There's the cone. 3, 2, 1.
Ah,
You gotta either make. You gotta make. If you're gonna. If we're gonna go that late, like we're gonna make the angle at last moment, we have to make it fast. Or you could start. We could start slow. Like we could start early and make the angle slow. Does that make sense? So there's
yes.
multiple approaches. So which approach would you like to? The way you go is you like to make it slow. For that purpose, we can start early, and I'll fit your way, your preferred way at the moment. So that will suit your way. What I'm trying to show you is that you can do it the last moment with a massive angle and just get out of there. Like the angle is gonna slow you down eventually. It's just you're gonna build initially. You're gonna build a lot of momentum, tossing the back like this. So you gotta do it early. 3, 2, 1. Yes, yes, yes. Gas, 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 gas. And when you see that the car just shallows up, you could use the brakes to hold the angle, like lock the car to not shallow up because it shallowed up on you. You see now, that's exactly what I was looking for. You just brake shifts the weight and then power the car on through that section.
Yes, okay.
That's
Right now I think
this is the last moment. There's a lot of ways, you know. There's not one way. You could pass with a shallow angle there, with like a small angle. You could pass with, you know, whatever. You can do whatever you want. At the end of the day, the goal is that I want you to get familiar that you can do last moment changes and you can get away with it. It's not,
Oh,
it's not the end of the day. Don't worry. There you go. Okay. 3, 2, 1. But you're out.
oh,
So,
that's I'm out. Yes,
yeah.
I feel it. I fuck it up right
I'm
here.
pretty sure you noticed it. And you know
Yes,
what happens? It's usually one mistake when something changes, because like you tap the wall there on an area that usually you just pass perfectly, and that's simply because your mind is completely in that one section of the track and rest is driven on muscle memory. And when like you do a small mistake somewhere and you tap, and like it's like the whole momentum, everything changes for you. It's like
yes, I think.
you snap out of the focus. And these things happened to me like in the last video. I was overly focused, and when I start talking, I started doing mistakes because like it takes away from my focus. I started like tap the wall, over angled a lot, almost spinned out, and things like this. So let's give it a go. I think you clicked it. So 3, 2, 1. But I didn't see brakes. Or you wanted to try with the throttle only, but you needed to steer more. If you wanted to look, you
You
can.
said brakes or not?
Mm, I didn't see any, but to be
Too
honest,
too low.
I think it was either too low or because I expected you to pop the back out more aggressively. This was way too slow. Look, you can also do it with the throttle only. Don't get me wrong. We've already done things like this on the dive loop where you turn the wheel a lot and you use the throttle, right? You don't have to
Yes,
fully cut off the throttle. You could just do big modulations, vroom, 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 like pump the back out. But you have to turn the wheel and set high degrees to the left because it's a left turn. Good. Okay, focus now. Don't forget the brakes. 3, 2, 1. A bit. That was
I
a
off.
bit too late. You had to start from earlier, so you can already curve the line because you started with this smaller angle, and what happened is the brakes pushed you out. You see what happened? So, but this is simply because you see when I tell you one thing that I focused is like, um, sorry, one thing that I noticed is there's a thing in the communication that people use in sales or any sort of like companies that try to sell you stuff on things like this or deals is like they will emphasize on one word, like in, let's say, when they talk to one long sentence, they'll mention one specific word that they're looking for, that they're interested in, like, and they might mention, okay, but today, so today we're gonna get the money, and then once we do the deal, we deal with the money, then we're gonna unlike, you see, you're putting the emphasis on the money. So when I was non-stop telling you brakes, 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 you all your focus went, say, mentally in the brakes, and that's why you got distracted there. Good, 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 gas. There you go. That was on me. I wanted you to push the gas. I know you're gonna crash. I want you to just get comfortable. Now, once you know you can slam on the gas like this, you can work on the steering. You could definitely pass through it. With 70-80 that you were using, you would have perfectly passed and did this corner. But it's I want to get you to push as much out of the comfort zone there. That's all. We're gonna get all the
Yes,
variables, you're
that's
gonna
good.
learn them. Once you get the
So I'm
timing,
not speaking too much. A little bit focused. I
no,
think.
I know. I just want to make sure that once you get the timing, now let's work on the inputs. Let's enter with a lot of force. Let's enter with a little bit of force. Let's toss the car. Let's chill a little bit. Uh, get to know everything. And now start preparing. You need to pivot it. The moment you go on the brakes, you can still turn the car. Don't forget that. I want you to start turning the car to the left with the wheel while you use the throttle as well. Next time. So, next entry, a lot of steering to the left while you go on the gas. So, I did allow you to make this mistake multiple times, but now we're going to push harder on it. You're gonna start using the steering. Remember what we did on the donut? Same goddamn thing. When things don't work your way, you're gonna steer your way out. How do you think, like, when you go on the comp tracks, I go on the wall and the car is settled, everything's fine, I just hold my throttle and I just steer myself out. So if you get the best entry, just hold on the throttle and just steer yourself out. Same thing. Good? Alright. Let's focus now. Look at the, make sure you're on the line. There goes the cone. 3, 2, 1, now. Oh. And so next time, go a little bit. I've noticed, so here's the two things that I've noticed. Now, because you're overly focused on the guardrail itself, you stop paying too much attention on the white line, the markings on the road. Does this make sense? So what happens is, as you climb up the ramp and you stop paying attention to where you are on the road and you're overly focused on the guardrail, you started going a little bit out. And we're speaking like literally centimeters. But these centimeters, because you literally enter exactly on the wall itself, these centimeters, you paid the price for them. So I can tell you the brain fog also is saying it's worth, because it's been 40 minutes of driving. Keep in mind. That's a lot of, bro, it's a lot of driving. You might not notice it. Make sure you follow the line. Follow the line a little bit. I want you a little bit tighter. Steer to the left, brakes. Left, 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 left. And you can lower. If you notice, so, Julius, if you notice that, okay, you turn, you pivot the car, but you create a lot of momentum, go down on the base high, a lot, I mean, and then start high modulations. Go down on the base, so like you go like 30 throttle, and then you do like big modulations. 30, 70, 30, 70, 30, 60, boom, boom, boom. Okay? You're gonna grip up the car a little bit. We're gonna wash out some of the speed. So, I want you to try all kinds of ways. This time, I'm gonna try one more. I know you need a break. I just want to push you so much through all these scenarios. That was a little scrubby. No, I see the fatigue is settling in, bro. I can see you're like not in your best shape in like 10 minutes. So the fatigue is settling in. Follow the line. We're gonna start early here. In 3, 2, 1. Gas, 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 left. There you go. See? Next time, you'll still go on the gas, but a little bit slower. So that was good. Now, what I did is, we've improved your timing a little bit. It's not perfect. We've improved your timing a little bit, but I also wanted to push the inputs so we get a bit more cocky, a bit more aggressive. Okay? And you can step on the gas and you can go a bit more aggressive. I don't want you to be afraid of the hitting, crashing and stuff. So now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna work a little bit on the timing more, and we're gonna enter earlier. That will allow you to have the space to be even more aggressive and floor the car and steer more. So you see what my logic and methodology is about this. Oh, ooh, that was a good call to lower a little bit. Follow, and we're gonna do it in 3, 2, 1. Now, start early. Let's see early, and you can be more aggressive if you want. See, this is not that scary when you start preparing yourself with the angles and things way earlier, right? But when it's last moment, you have these hesitations. You don't know, oh crap, am I gonna slow down? Am I this? And like... But once you go through something a lot of times, you'll be fine, bro. Okay, make sure you stay on the line, slowly left as you climb up, and floor it, and start preparing now. Gently lower a little bit when you... So, let me explain. Stop for a second. Now, you're getting tired, bro. you did like great entry after great entry after great entry, and like suddenly to start making mistakes, this is the brain fog, this is the fatigue, this is not out of nothing. So
Yeah, I feel that like I need to break
that's
sometime
why
a little bit.
from next time what we're gonna do is we're gonna make like 10-15 minutes, we're gonna do like 15 minutes driving, a little bit of break, assessing the mistakes and stuff. Now here's the drill. So if how to explain, give me a second, let me share it to you. So I'm gonna share which
Uh,
screen, I think it's this screen. Tell me if you watch.
let's see. One
F7.
sec. I yeah, I
Do
watch.
you see? All right.
Yes.
All right. So you come from here. Doop de doop de doop de doop. That cone, this this monkey here is gonna tell you when to start. Like first, you can start this and use like as a timer. Once you pass it, okay, 3, 2, 1. Then you go on the brakes. When you go on the brakes, what's gonna happen? When you go on the brakes, the car is gonna be like whoop, and like you're slowly gonna build the angle unless you slam on the brakes and turn sharp. Like you come from here, and then like whoop, and you go through this section here. So the point is, you go like this. You here you don't have to be absolutely on the line. You can be a little bit here. Then you turn left with the wheel, brakes a little bit with the wheel initially, then brakes and gas, and you're gonna, when you turn left and you shift the weight, the front is gonna dig in, the back is gonna step out because lose its grip, and you pivot the car. But you gotta do it early because you know, like in the dive loop, when you turn the wheel and you lift it off the throttle, what happened? The car also generated momentum, built some speed initially, and that is what confuses you here because you think you're still traveling with the same speed, while when you pivot the car, like you generate a lot of momentum. So the car is starting to fly out very fast still. Like you build a little bit of speed for a short period of time. That's why I told you we gotta do it early so that this speed will naturally just wash out. Look, this is still it's quite a steep climb. So the gravity is with you, slowing you down. You're going uphill. It's going doing walls and stuff uphill is way easier than going downhill. Where like even if you downhill, if you make one mistake, even if you're super grippy, you're still flying up. Like you're still flying. The speed just increases. So here gravity is against you. So what I want you to remember is that go a little bit in here if needed with the shallow angle, like a little bit in, so you're not, I don't want to see the tires on the white line because that means your back is about here, and when you come in here and you go on the brakes, you're gonna hit all the time. So you're gonna come here a little bit shallow angle, and right here you turn the wheel, brakes, back steps out, and the car becomes like, let me get the epic pen. So let me show you. Where's the goddamn? Give me the goddamn pen, bro. There you go. Now, this is you. Whoop. Tippy, 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 tippy. So like you follow this line, whoop, and then like now you turn a little bit left, like this, not too sharp. You don't want to do this. We're not on the dive loop, right? We're not gonna dive with 90 degrees. You can. We're gonna get to this like very crazy entries, whatever. But you go in.
Clutch kicks. I think.
Yeah, we'll
For
get
that.
to this. And then like the red is for brakes, so like you turn yellow and then brakes, and then the car is gonna be like, okay, from like this, and you're passing like that, tack, 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 tack. And then here you do the transition, and then the goal will be that you will shallow up. So here, look, there is a way you can pass through here with like massive angle, like tack, 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 tack from here. But you can't do crazy angle transition like this or like this, because then if you transition that crazy angle, you you won't sustain. The car will start to straighten you out. You're gonna start to fight the car right on this section. If you transition with this big angle, you want to transition to that big angle on the same side, the opposite side. Anytime you did that, the car was trying to shallow you up, you like this, and then you started to fight for angle. You were turning again, adjusting, turning, adjusting. That's why
Yes.
right about here, you need to do shallow, small range modulation so that the car, if you shift a lot of weight, you're gonna force that big angle on the opposite side. When you know a section where you need speed is coming, smaller range modulation, less weight shift, on the back is not gonna pop out and swing that crazy. So you're gonna end up from big angle to a transition to a smaller angle. That's what you need. You need a smaller modulation like this, not like big dip. Make sense? If you can see, this is a bit of
Yes.
a garbage green. Sorry, but
I can see. I can see.
smaller modulation transitions to shallow angle. Big modulation, you go from bam to bam, and then you get effed on this area here because you need speed. You need shallow angle whoop to go like this. Does that make sense? So these are the moments where you went with like a little bit of bigger angle to a bigger angle here, and that's where like what happened is like you come here pa 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 with the big angle. Okay, you start to build speed, but then you hit the limiter, and the car is like, as you go here, the car is like, oh nope, and then you start to shallow up, going to the left. The front started to go to the left, car starts to shallow up, and then you're like, oh no, you turn to the right a little bit, and that's a visible adjustment. It's not like you want to be silky smooth. That's the way. Like this is the point. You get my idea. And once you
Yes.
master all these, you get all this knowledge and all these techniques, you shift to any car. It's just the car drives a little bit different because it's aggressive. You don't need to shift tons of cars while you're trying to learn how to adapt to every single track. When you know how to learn tracks and how to adapt to tracks, then you can change the cars. You need a car that you know inside out so you can fully focus on the track. When you know the track, then or a lot of tracks, you can shift to other cars. We can definitely just put the turbo car, we'll go on the drift track, we'll do very quickly all the tests so you get used to it. When you get used to it, boom, go to all the tracks that you know now. Easy. Simple as that. Does this make sense now, this whole logic?
Yes. Yes.
I want you just remember this goddamn cone here, right about this section. You see this cone?
Yes.
So this cone here, remember this is your timer. Pass through here, 3, 2, 1, and you're about when I say 1, you're about the end of here. The moment you see your front is getting to this section, which your front will be somewhere like here because the tires are making these skid marks. Your front is somewhere on the middle of the road. The moment you see you're about to pass this, brakes and you go through this here. I should have told you this earlier. Sorry, that was my fault. I could have given you another visual cue. Does this make sense?
Don't worry.
So I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
yes,
you, as you keep track of the line, you can also keep track of this here. So when you reach the edge of this section here, that's the moment. Okay, now you can pivot the car. Snap the car a little bit slow, like don't snap it, but like build the angle very fast. That will give you momentum, like a lot of inertia. So the car is gonna build some speed towards the wall, and then because you build the angle very early and you already have like this big angle, you will pass very easily, vroom 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 around the wall. Rather than you go with a shallow angle like this and you hit the wall, because like the whole inertia is pulling you to this side. It's pushing you forward, and you're trying to push to this side. That doesn't work. So when inertia pushes you to here, you push to here. If it's late, it doesn't work. But usually, if it's done in the right timing, as you know in the dive loop, we have the same scenario. You toss the car, and the car is flying forward, and you're looking backwards, and you're trying to pull yourself in. If done late, you know what happens. You overshoot the small donut. But if it's done in the correct timing, you will immediately just arrive perfectly on the small donut and you catch it. So that's the drill. So any questions?
Okay. No. I think I good.
All right, then. That was a really good job. We're gonna like the goal is to keep pushing you through all these different scenarios in the ocean, and you'll be good. So now I think we're almost done with Shadow Valley. It's just I want to push you to more aggressive stuff. If, as you see, more harder on the inputs, more confidence, more risky, more stuff. Makes sense. Drive the walls like balls to the walls, and that these kind of things. So
Yes, but like I need to practice it this week. Shadow
yes,
Valley.
yeah,
Okay.
it takes practice. Once you pass it with second gear, we're gonna put third gear. We're gonna work a lot of stuff, and then we'll also have to work the clutch a lot. So because you will need the clutch for third gear. So
Mm,
once you, it's kind of like, see, it's kind of the progression like with the drift track. How you gonna learn all of these track? You learn this track and you see what logic and methods I use. You can apply them to any other track. There will be some specifications, but once you can pass it with second, this track is completely passable in second gear, but you could also do it with third gear as you saw me do it. So once you
yes.
get the hang of it, you could go very very aggressive with like the third gear with the big angles and stuff, but you will need the clutch because the car will start to die in some sections when you push that big angle, slows you down too much. You need to kickstart it a little bit. So that's the thing. Did you have any questions?
I'm
It's
good.
like, all right, it's like 7 o'clock. So then we'll catch you in the next session, Julius.